Listen carefully. The mind becomes a prison the moment you stop guarding the door, and the soul begins to suffocate the moment you give your thoughts permission to lie to you. What if everything weighing you down right now isn't the world working against you, but your own thoughts whispering a story that was never true? What if the loudest enemy in your life has been living quietly inside your head? What if the battle you've been trying to win was never outside of you, but right here, in the silence behind your eyes? Let that sink in, because that silence holds more truth than the noise you've been drowning in. And that silence is where everything begins to change. Picture this: a young man sitting in his car at midnight, a lone streetlight flickering above him like a tired guardian, the glow hitting his face in broken waves, as if even the light isn't sure if it wants to stay. His hands are shaking. His mind is racing. Thoughts crashing into each other like waves that never learned how to calm. His chest tightens with a pressure he can't name. His breath fights to steady itself. He thinks he is failing his life. He thinks he is falling behind. He thinks everyone else knows something he doesn't. Not because the world told him that, but because the noise inside his mind keeps screaming louder than his courage. He grips the steering wheel as if it's the only thing keeping him from disappearing. His eyes fill with a heaviness he hasn't told anyone about, and he whispers the smallest, softest confession: "I just want peace." But peace feels like something he has to earn, as if peace belongs to people who are stronger, people who are more put together, people who didn't mess up, people who didn't break. To him, peace feels like a privilege he was never meant to touch, like something reserved for every soul except his own. This is where the conflict begins, because he is not alone. Millions of people live exactly like this, breathing, living, moving, but not truly alive. Walking through life with hearts full of storms that no one else can see, smiling on the outside while drowning on the inside, losing battles that only exist in their mind, fighting shadows that never touched them, punishing themselves for thoughts that were never true. And the saddest part is this: they believe this suffering is normal. They believe this heaviness is deserved. They believe this darkness is permanent. But hear me. Stay right here. Do not click away. Do not rush. Do not let your mind wander. Because what you're about to learn will feel supernatural. It will feel like someone turning on a light inside a room you've lived in your whole life but never seen clearly. It will open a doorway inside you that you did not know existed. A doorway to stillness. A doorway to clarity. A doorway to peace so deep it feels like remembering something ancient. You will meet a version of yourself you have been searching for. A version buried beneath the noise. A version untouched by the lies your mind made you believe. You are so precious for being here right now. The fact that you clicked and chose to watch this shows your hunger for truth. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear is not just knowledge, but life for your soul. Please subscribe, like, and share this message so that others just as precious as you may also find this light. Now breathe. Slow, steady. Let your shoulders soften. Let the tension melt down your spine. Let your heart loosen its grip on the pain it has been holding. Because everything from this moment forward will shift something inside you. Something deep. Something ancient. Something sacred. You're not here by accident. You were led here. You were drawn here. Because your soul is ready. Ready for clarity. Ready for silence. Ready for transformation. Ready to step out of the noise. You may not feel strong right now. You may not feel ready. But your breath is proof you have survived everything that tried to break you. And now, you are about to learn how to truly live. Let's walk into the truth. The invisible battle. Most people think their suffering comes from life itself. The bills, the pressure, the past, the noise of the world, the weight of responsibility. But the deepest suffering, the kind that steals your sleep and tightens your chest, it doesn't come from life. It comes from the stories your thoughts tell you about life. Thoughts that say you're behind. Thoughts that say you're not enough. Thoughts that say you're failing, even when you're trying. Thoughts that whisper that everyone else is moving while you stand still. Thoughts that remind you of every mistake but never of your strength. And the cruel thing about these thoughts is this: they sound like your voice. So you believe them. You trust them. You surrender to them. But hear this truth. These thoughts don't come from truth. They come from fear. Fear you learned from your childhood. Fear you picked up from trauma. Fear you swallowed quietly, pretending it didn't hurt. Fear you absorbed from people who never knew how to love themselves. Fear that was passed down to you like an inheritance you never asked for. You carry it all. And it is heavy. Heavier than anyone around you realizes. Heavier than you admit to yourself. You walk around with memories that hurt you. Memories you replay late at night when no one is watching. Memories that feel fresher than they should. You walk with expectations that crush you. The need to be strong. The need to be perfect. The need to never disappoint anyone, even when your soul is tired. You walk with fears that tighten around your ribs like rope. Fear of failing. Fear of being judged. Fear of not being enough for the people you love. Fear of facing the truth of who you are becoming. And somewhere along the way, you started calling all of this normal. You started believing that feeling overwhelmed is just part of being human. You started thinking that drowning quietly is better than asking for help. You started hiding your pain because you didn't want to be a burden. But hear me, you were never meant to carry all of this alone. You were never meant to walk through life with an invisible storm swirling behind your eyes. You were never meant to treat pain as a personality, or fear as your identity, or stress as your daily companion. The invisible battle inside your mind. It is not weakness. It is not failure. It is not a sign that something is wrong with you. It is proof that you have been fighting for far too long without rest. You see, the mind has a strange way of twisting shadows into monsters, of turning small worries into giant ghosts, of taking one painful memory and replaying it until it becomes a prison. Your mind can convince you that you are alone, even when you're loved. It can convince you that you're failing, even when you're growing. It can convince you that you're broken, even when you're healing. That is the invisible battle, fighting against thoughts that pretend to protect you, but in reality only cage you. And it happens silently. No one sees it. No one knows the weight. People see your smile, but they don't see the effort it takes to breathe some days. People see your strength, but they don't see the nights you talk yourself out of giving up. People see your progress, but they don't know the fear you push through to keep going. This battle isn't loud. It isn't dramatic. It doesn't announce itself. It whispers. It squeezes. It drains. It makes you question who you are and whether you're truly capable of becoming who you want to be. But listen closely. Your suffering does not mean you are weak. It means you feel deeply. It means you care deeply. It means you are human. You have been walking through storms most people cannot even imagine. You have been fighting battles no one else knows exist. You have been surviving thoughts that would break the strongest minds. And yet, here you are, listening, breathing, trying, searching for clarity, searching for peace, searching for yourself again. That alone makes you extraordinary. But now, it is time to understand something powerful. The thoughts that attack you, the fear that rises in your mind, the shame that tries to silence you, they do not belong to you. They were learned, and anything learned can be unlearned. Anything absorbed can be released. Anything that entered your mind can be guided out. Anything that twisted itself into your soul can be untied with truth. Your invisible battle is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of your awakening, a moment where you finally see the enemy you've been fighting and realize It was never the world, never your past, never other people. It was the voice inside you that forgot how powerful you truly are. And now, you are about to take that power back. The moment you pause, there is a sacred power in pausing, not running, not reacting, not drowning in the noise of your thoughts, just pausing long enough to hear yourself again. Because somewhere along the way, life taught you to rush, to answer every worry immediately, to fight every fear the moment it appears, to try and fix everything before your heart even understands what is hurting. But healing does not come from rushing. Clarity does not grow in chaos. Strength is not found in the noise. It is found in the pause. The pause is where you return to yourself. When a toxic thought rises, the thought that says you are failing, the thought that says you are too late, the thought that says you will never become what you dream, pause. Do not fight it. Do not argue with it. Do not fear it. Instead, breathe. Feel your breath move through you like a quiet river. Let it soften the weight in your chest. Let it melt the pressure sitting behind your eyes. Let it carry away the tension hiding inside your shoulders. Breathe and watch how the ground beneath your feet becomes real again, how the room becomes quieter, how your pulse slows, how your mind begins to remember that the storm was never as powerful as it felt, because the breath brings you back into your body, back into this moment, back into the truth. You are still here. You are still in your body. You are still safe. Your thoughts may sound loud. Your fears may shake your knees. Your past might echo in the background of your mind. But in the pause, none of it can control you. The pause is your sanctuary, your quiet room, your open window, your doorway to peace. It is the place where fear loses its voice, because fear only grows when you react without thinking. Fear feeds on speed. Fear loves when you panic. Fear loves when you run. Fear loves when you believe every thought you hear. But when you pause, when you breathe, when you stare that fear right in the face without moving, something shifts. Fear weakens. Its grip loosens. Its voice trembles. Because fear loses its power when met with awareness. Fear cannot survive in the presence of someone who sees it clearly. Fear only survives in darkness, in confusion, in speed. And you are learning to bring light. You are learning to bring stillness. You are learning to bring breath into the places inside you that once suffocated. That is power. Your mind cannot control a soul that remembers its breath, because your breath is not just air. It is your first teacher, your first rhythm, your oldest truth. Your breath is older than every wound you carry, older than every heartbreak, older than every fear you learned growing up, older than every voice that ever told you you're not enough. Your breath has survived everything, every disappointment, every betrayal, every lonely night, every storm that looked like it would drown you, and yet it is still here, faithful, calm, steady, refusing to abandon you even when you abandon yourself. Your breath is your anchor, the thing that holds you when nothing else can. Your breath is your friend, the companion that never judges you, never rushes you, never asks you to be perfect. Your breath is your weapon against fear, against overthinking, against the lies your mind tells you when you are tired. One deep breath can bring you back to truth, back to clarity, back to strength. You don't need the world to slow down. You don't need everyone to understand you. You don't need everything in your life to be perfect. You just need the courage to pause, the courage to return to your breath, the courage to say, I will not let this thought decide who I am. Because the moment you pause, the moment you inhale deeply and exhale slowly, the world inside you changes. The noise softens, the fear loosens, the heavy thoughts drift away like clouds passing across the sky, and what remains is you. The real you. The you beneath the fear. The you before the pain. The you who still remembers that peace is not something you chase. It is something you return to. And every pause is a return. A return to your soul. A return to your strength. A return to the part of you that cannot be shaken. Breathe. Pause. Come home to yourself. That is where your healing begins. That is where your transformation starts. That is where you finally rise. The truth that changes everything. Listen to this with your whole being. Not just with your ears, not just with your mind, but with every fiber of your soul. Because what I am about to say is not advice. It is not a suggestion. It is a key. A key to a part of yourself you have been searching for your entire life. You are not broken. Not truly. You are not lost. Not in the way you think. You are not falling behind. Not in life, not in purpose, not in destiny. You are simply waking up. Waking up from a long conversation you have been having with thoughts that never spoke the truth. Thoughts that whispered lies. Thoughts that repeated fears. Thoughts that convinced you to doubt yourself, to question your worth, to question your path. And now you are ready to see it. To see that those thoughts were never yours to believe. They were borrowed, inherited, learned from pain, from neglect, from people who themselves were lost in the dark. Your mind is powerful, incredibly powerful. And powerful minds often create powerful storms. Storms of doubt, storms of fear, storms of regret, storms of shame. But storms are not a sign of weakness. No, storms are signs of depth, of sensitivity, of potential. Storms are proof that your mind is alive, proof that your heart still remembers what it means to care, proof that you are capable of feeling so deeply that the world trembles inside you. Here is the truth that will change everything. You are the author of your inner world, not your fear, not your past, not your doubts, not the voices that told you no, not the people who tried to define you. You are the pen, you are the canvas, you are the sculptor of your mind, the painter of your thoughts, the conductor of your inner orchestra. A toxic thought only becomes powerful when you forget who holds the pen, when you allow it to write the story without permission, when you let fear dictate your next move, when you let doubt carve meaning into your life that never belonged there. Take back the pen. Take back your authority. Tell your mind, enough, I lead now. Say it quietly. Say it firmly. Say it as if the weight of every thought that ever tried to control you is finally lifting. Because when you lead your thoughts, your life follows. When you take control of the storms inside, the storms outside cannot touch you. When you master your inner world, the outer world becomes a reflection, not a dictator. Your mind will test you. It will resist. It will whisper, you can't do this, you're not strong enough, you're not ready. And it will bring memories that feel sharp, old wounds that feel fresh, old fears that feel new. But you must pause. You must breathe. You must remember who holds the pen. Your breath is older than your fear. Your soul is deeper than your doubt. Your heart has already survived everything you fear might happen. And now you are ready. Ready to meet the power you have carried all along. Ready to feel the authority you were born with. Ready to walk in a calm that no one can steal. Ready to live with a quiet certainty that your mind is your servant, not your master. Imagine it. A thought rises. A fear knocks at your door. A memory that once trapped you tries to take hold, and you simply breathe. And you remember, I am the one who leads. I am the one who writes my story. I am the one who decides what holds power in my mind. And the storm loses its teeth. The shadow retreats. The fear dissolves. Because the truth cannot be defeated. The truth cannot be silenced. You are more than the noise in your head. You are more than the pain you remember. You are more than the doubt you inherited. You are the quiet force behind it all, the awareness that cannot be shaken, the presence that cannot be broken, the soul that has always been larger than the storm. This is the moment where your inner world bends to your will, where thoughts become allies instead of enemies, where every idea, every fear, every feeling serves you instead of enslaving you. And when that happens, everything in your life begins to follow. Your mind clears, your heart steadies, your body relaxes, your soul remembers how to breathe freely. Your life flows in alignment with your truth. You are not a victim. You are not a prisoner. You are not at the mercy of every passing thought. You are the master. You are the author. You are the quiet, unshakable power behind your own life. And once you step into this truth, nothing can ever control you again. The rising of your true self. This is your rising. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Now. Not after the storms pass. Not after life feels easier. Not after the world tells you it's your time. Now. Feel it. The shift deep inside. The awakening stirring quietly in the spaces you forgot existed. The strength you tried to bury, hidden beneath fear, shame, and doubt. It is coming back to life. Slow. Sure. Steady. You are clearing the fog that kept you guessing. The fog that made ordinary moments feel heavy. The fog that told you you were smaller than you really are. You are reclaiming your inner world, the space inside your mind and heart that was always yours, the space where clarity lives, the space where peace resides, the space where your soul remembers its power. Step into it. Walk in it. Own it. You are stepping into the version of yourself your soul always knew you could be, the version that does not bend to fear, the version that does not plead for approval, the version that rests in truth and moves with certainty. This is the self that is calm in chaos, steady under pressure, unshaken by storms that once threatened to drown you, patient with growth, gentle with pain, and powerful in silence. Yes, powerful in silence. Because the loudest victories are often invisible, because the strongest strength is measured not in noise but in stillness, because the soul that has learned patience becomes unstoppable without ever raising its voice. You are rising from the inside out, not with force, not with struggle, not with desperation, quiet but undeniable, soft but unbreakable. Each breath pulls you higher. Each step steadies you further. Each thought aligned with truth lifts you beyond the old versions of yourself that were trapped in fear. Your mind is clearing, like the sky after a storm, like sunlight breaking through clouds you thought would never move, like a river flowing freely after being blocked. Your soul is breathing again, deep, full, calm, as if it remembered for the first time how to expand, how to stretch, how to take up space in this world without apology. Your true self is stepping forward, not hiding, not waiting, not shrinking. You are the person who no longer reacts to every thought that arises. You are the person who can watch storms inside without losing yourself. You are the person who knows that your power is within and nothing outside can touch it unless you allow it. The version of you rising now is not defined by what you've lost, nor by what was taken from you, nor by what you once feared. It is defined by what you have reclaimed, by what you have remembered, by the truth that has always lived inside you, waiting patiently for you to wake. This is a self that cannot be shaken, because it is built from experience. It is forged in the fires of suffering. It is molded by nights you thought you wouldn't survive. It is strengthened by every time you chose to breathe, to pause, to return to yourself instead of surrendering to fear. You are rising, not as a reaction to the world. You are rising as a declaration of your soul, a declaration that you will no longer be ruled by thoughts that lie, a declaration that you will no longer be limited by fear. a declaration that your spirit is more vast than any storm it has faced. Notice the power in your calm. Notice the clarity in your presence. Notice how the storms outside lose their weight when they meet the grounded strength inside. Because what is rising is not fragile. It is not conditional. It is eternal. It is the essence of who you are when stripped of doubt, when freed from fear, when aligned with truth. And it begins now, with one conscious breath, with one moment of awareness, with one decision to step fully into yourself. You are reclaiming time stolen by worry. You are reclaiming energy drained by doubt. You are reclaiming power that was always yours, even when you forgot. Every step you take now is a reminder that life does not control you, that your thoughts do not control you, that your inner world is yours to command. You are rising in silence, in patience, in strength, and the world will notice. Not because you shout, not because you prove, but because the calm, unshakable truth of your presence cannot be ignored. You are stepping into your power, your clarity, your freedom, your true self, and it will feel like coming home to a place inside you that has been waiting for you to remember that you have always been whole, always been strong, always been enough. This is your rising. This is your awakening. This is your truth. And from this moment, nothing can take it away. Remember this: the moment you learn to guide your thoughts, your entire life returns back into your hands. Not tomorrow, not after someone else gives you permission, not after the world finally decides to be kind. Now, every second you spend letting your mind run wild, every second you surrender to fear, doubt, or worry, you give away the power that belongs only to you. But when you pause, when you breathe, when you watch your thoughts instead of reacting to them, you begin to reclaim something sacred, something ancient, something eternal. Your mind is no longer a battlefield. Your thoughts no longer rule. Your soul stands tall, calm, and unshakable. And this is the echo, the quiet power that remains long after the noise fades. The echo of someone who has remembered their strength, someone who has remembered their truth, someone who will never allow themselves to be controlled by fear again. Feel it now, that quiet power rising from your chest, that certainty that whispers, "I am enough, I am whole, I am free." The echoes of your mind can no longer terrify you, because you are no longer listening to them as commands. You are listening to them as messages you can choose to accept or leave behind. Imagine a life like this, where every thought is a servant, where every fear bows to your awareness, where every memory serves as a teacher, not a jailer. This is your life. This is your soul. This is your birthright, and it does not belong to anyone else. Not the people who doubted you, not the voices that told you you can't, not the past that tried to define you. It belongs to you. And here is the final truth. Your life changes the moment you reclaim your inner world, because the mind is not your enemy. The mind is a tool, a reflection of what you allow it to be. Guide it, shape it, lead it, and watch as the outer world begins to follow. The chaos loses its weight. The storms no longer terrify. The noise becomes just noise, and beneath it all a stillness rises. A stillness that is stronger than fear. A stillness that is deeper than pain. A stillness that cannot be shaken. This is what it means to master yourself. To step fully into the version of you that has always existed beneath the doubts, beneath the shame, beneath the endless worries. That version of you is calm, steady, patient, unbreakable. And now it walks beside you, not waiting, not asking permission, not apologizing. It is here, and it is ready. Remember, every time a toxic thought rises, every time fear knocks at your door, every time doubt tries to whisper its lies, you have the power to pause. You have the power to breathe. You have the power to remember. You are not the thoughts you think. You are not the fears you feel. You are the awareness that observes them, the soul that has always been free, the mind that now serves you instead of controlling you. The echo of this truth will follow you, not just today, not just this week, not just this moment, forever. It will echo in your choices. It will echo in your words. It will echo in the way you carry yourself, quietly, calmly, unshakably. And one day, when someone looks at you, they will see something they cannot name. They will feel a presence that cannot be described, a strength that does not shout but is undeniable, a peace that cannot be bought or borrowed. This is your rising. This is your truth. This is your life returned to your hands. Hold it. Protect it. Never let it slip. The world may try to steal it. The storms may try to bury it. The past may try to remind you of who you were, but you are no longer that person. You are the one who leads, and the one who decides, the one who breathes and remembers who they truly are. And here, in this moment, you are free, truly free, from doubt, from fear, from the lies that tried to cage your soul. Carry this with you, everywhere, in every choice, in every pause, in every breath. Because the echo never stops. The echo is life itself. The echo is the soul speaking, and it says, you are whole. You are powerful. You are unstoppable. You are love. You are light. And the most beautiful truth is, this is only the beginning. Your mind is yours. Your soul is yours. Your life is yours. Guide it, master it, and let the echo of your true self ripple into everything you touch. Remember, your life is back in your hands. And the moment you guide your thoughts, you are unstoppable, forever. You are the person who can watch storms inside without losing yourself.